Hi everybody, we're going to go over assignment number 5, standardized recipes. So you'll see when you open up the assignment, there's a link to the recipe, and there's also the templates that I made for you guys. So I just opened up the sheet and the templates. So we're going to take the recipe and convert it into standardized forms, the pasta dough. Please do not copy and paste. Use your own words, because these, as you see, if you haven't looked at the recipe yet, there's a lot of explanation. So you kind of want to make it a little bit shorter, easier to read. So for this recipe, a portion size is 1.5 ounces. In order to find the number of portions, it would be your yield divided by the portion size. Assume the pasta is being made well in advance and should be frozen and stored when finished for future use. There is no plating, garnishing, breakdown, or cleaning instructions. In step 2, take this new recipe format and turn it into the block form recipe. Extra credit for you guys if you want to go a little above and beyond. It does talk about adjusting the recipes. It's later on in the book. But I know people have been asking for extra credit already. So I will give you 5 points per the 10 and 25. So let's go ahead and go over the, start plugging in some numbers here. So we know right here this tells us portion size is 1.5 ounce. So we can go ahead and plug that in. Make sure you change the recipe name as well. Let's look at the recipe. So we have the yield. Make sure the yield gets transferred over. Divide those two to get the number of portions. And here, this would be the original recipe. So we want to transfer all this information. And here's the ingredients. The units, and it'd be how much of each right here. And equipment required. Prep time. Cook time. But we already said in the paragraph that we're not cooking. We're going to be freezing this. So please just leave that blank. Also, when you're filling in here, use the number here. So I'll show you. So it said it was 14 ounces. So put the number in, and then the unit over here. Excuse me. So then when you put the portion size in and you do the math for the number of portions, the ounces isn't going to get in your way. Oops, sorry. So then for the equipment required and the prep time, oh goodness, you need to scroll through here. You find what equipment's needed and how much time is associated with the prep time. So there are little times here. Let's go ahead and do this one up to 1 hour. It says 30 minutes to 1 hour. Let's let it rest for 1 hour. Now the rest of these, there's no time associated with it. It all depends on how fast you make your pasta. So just leave that blank. And this is what I'm talking about, the procedure right here. Prep method. Let me, actually, before we go into procedure. Yes, there will be prep method for the eggs. The rest, like the flour and the milk and olive oil, those will not have any prep method. It's just your eggs. Then down here for procedure, that's what you are summarizing all of this step by step. So I said, do not just copy and paste all this stuff when you're on the line or doing prep or whatever you're doing. You can't read all this. That's not. Well, this would be prep, so you're definitely not going to be reading all this. So make sure you paraphrase, but still know what the instructions are. You still got to know what it is. So here it is in the standard form. And then we'll take a look in the block. So you can see it. Oh, that didn't go right. You can see it's very similar, but not quite the same. I said the procedures are over here instead. The top part still looks the same. Just they have these a little bit different. There's no plating, garnish, break up, clean down. Clean up, sorry, clean down. So you'll just have the portioning storage instructions for both of these guys. If you have any more questions about the assignment, please email me. Otherwise, I wish you guys the best of luck. Thanks.